Okay, looks like we are online. I do believe, I think. Yes, we are. All right. Yes. Turn it down. Yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Corey Roy. Figure I'd jump on here real quick just to see how y'all doing. I know that we have about 20 minutes left before all the contestants turned in um, their round. So while we're waiting, I figured it'd be a fun thing for us to look up some popping battles. Popping battles. One thing that I've been trying to do is I've been trying to really dissect popping battles lately, because I want to get better at popping battles too. And I think it'd be really cool if we can do it together. Uh, yeah. So seeing how like the super high level dancers compete, I think one, it will inspire me, as well as hopefully inspire y'all, and two, it will kind of get the mood going. So there was one battle that I really wanted to watch. I think it was Slim Boogie versus somebody. Hmm. Slim Boogie versus somebody. I think it was Slim Boogie, Kid Boogie. Slim Boogie, Kid Boogie. Oh shoot, Slim Boogie versus Kid Boogie. Let's watch that. This here is the art of battleism. Prepare for war. All right. Battleism. Let's see you. Let's check it out. We got Mr. Wiggles. We got Bop and Andre. I don't know who the other guy is. If y'all know who the other guy is, let me know. He's probably like an OG of some sort. Turn this down a little bit. I got my coffee. Let's go, Slim Boogie. Or not Slim Boogie, Kid Boogie. Kid Boogie's got one of the hardest hits I've ever seen in my life. Crazy waves. Ooh. Dang. Some animation techniques. He knows animation? What? The way he uses his head. Jeez. That was bananas. I want to point something out, man. Hold on. Let's go back. So, Kid Boogie's teacher, one of his teachers, is Poppin' Taco, man. And Poppin' Taco really knows this Cobra style a lot. And so he passed that down to Kid Boogie. And you can tell from the way that he uses his head to lead the snake. Bam! Bam! That's just bananas. Use of shoulders. Dancing in 3D space with character. So many textures. Let's go, Slim. I actually got the session with Slim like not too long ago. And well, maybe it's been like a year. And watching him dance in person is just so crazy. Slim saying I got waves too. Jeez. So I don't know if you guys saw that. Let me go back. Check this out. So he's dancing towards Kid Boogie, right? But then he faces the audience and moves towards Kid Boogie. And then he looks away from Kid Boogie, back to where he was at, and now he's dancing towards the audience and Kid Boogie again. So he's really utilizing his whole 360 space, which I felt like Kid Boogie could have done a little bit more of in his round. And then Slim is like, let me show you this animation stuff right here with the robotics. Dang. Let's go, Kid Boogie. Yo. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I had to send a link to this to the contestants. Let me go back. My bad, Kid Boogie. Turn up the volume. Ooh. Ooh. Bob and Andre smiling a lot. Kids using that 360 space now. Jeez. Dang. Slim's going in pretty hard. Yo, with the balance. Woo. What's that with the shakes? Jeez. Jeez, man. Dude, that was sick. Who's gonna get it?
Battle ISF 2015年 World League Champion. Judge. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shoot. Andre. He has to give them a tie because both of them were doing like animated techniques, dancing. Alright, Slim gets it. Okay. Okay, so here's why I think Slim got it. Kid Boogie has a crazy, crazy hit, and his Cobra style is bananas. But in order to use those things all the time, he's using a lot of energy. If you watch back, you'll see that he looks way more tired than Slim Boogie did. Slim Boogie, man, the stuff he was doing, he just makes it look easy. And this is why he's like one of the world's best poppers nowadays. So let's look back real quick here. Let's watch Kid Boogie. Amazing hit. But you can tell that he's like getting a little bit tired. Like you can even see it in his face. He's looking down a lot more. He's not looking as confident. And he's not really like making eye contact that much either. And watch when he gets done. Watch when he walks off. You see in his face, he's like, ah, woo. And so Slim was like, yeah. So I think in a sense, either, at least in 2005, I'm sure it's different now, but in this moment, I don't think that Kid Boogie was as conditioned as Slim was. You know, this round showed that if you package and presented your round a little bit more in a way where you can conserve your energy a bit without sacrificing the quality, I think that's where the two differ. You know, both really high level dancers, both really, really, really amazing poppers. But I think one has more knowledge into where he can conserve his energy and when he can use it without looking tired. And the other one, very, very powerful, high quality moves, but maybe doesn't know how to control his energy as well as Slim Boogie did. So at least that's my opinion, at least. But you know, I'm a nobody. So that was cool. That was fun. I don't want to watch another one. Let's see. Yeah, we got time for one more. I'm just gonna look up Poppin' Battles. Poppin' Battles. Let's see here. Eight months ago, Green Tech versus whoever this person is. Let's watch.
DJ, drop it.
Green Tech is just simply amazing. Already coming in with all that speed and confidence. Oh. Okay, let me tell you about why that was dope right there. Like, it looked like he didn't really do anything, but he did a whole lot just now. He displayed character, confidence, and the funk was alive. I mean, just watch his face. Watch his face. That's all you need to know. The face is so important. Look at that. Even though he's looking down, he's smiling. He's in his zone. He's feeling the vibe. Dang. Using that 3D space. Ooh, hold on. That look, just the way that he looked at his opponent. And then he went into a crazy, like, Romeo twist. Nuts. And the song was like, I'm feeling myself. He was definitely feeling himself. Jeez. Those rolls are crazy. Woo. Hold on. So I've seen a lot of people dance, man, and I think one of the most common things that people do that could be improved on is like knowing when to pause and when to slow down. And I think Green Tech in this round displays that perfectly. The way that he just grooves a whole bunch, right? And then he slows down, not just to not just to match the music, but he slows down to show us the funk. You know, look at his face when he slows down. Yeah, and then right into a hard hit. That's just nasty. Oh, that groove.
Just 10 seconds.
And then he walks off with style. Nice. This dude's tight. Woo, let's go. I think this dude already lost because that level of funk is not on there.
Okay.
So I already know who's gonna win because yeah, I would have picked Green Tech. So this is a prime example of like somebody dancing with so much soul and so much skill versus somebody that's dancing with a lot of skill but not a lot of soul, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying he doesn't have a soul, but I'm just saying like the funk wasn't in there with him. Because if you look at Green Tech's round compared to this dude's round, look at his face and the way that he presents his little steez, his little grooves, the way he does things, his flavor. Versus this dude, who's just doing technique. He's just doing technique. There's no connection to his face and the music. He's just doing technique. And I think that's the difference between like, you know, I'm not saying all Asian dancers don't have the funk, but I'm saying a lot of them, that's what they're missing compared to like people in the United States or Canada or even France. You know, French dancers have soul too. See what I'm saying? So yeah, soul was very, very, very important. All right, let me let my dancers know that the time is now. All right, here we go. Go here, profile. Do, 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 do. Where is it? Where y'all at? I know y'all here. Somewhere. Okay, Creature versus Nebula. All right, Creature, bro. Is this it? No, this is it. This is it. All right, let's see what you got. Let's go. Hey, 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 with the groove. Woo! I love the way you use your levels, man. Nice shoulder movement. Nice. Woo. Hey, hey. Nice, Creature. All right, that was a pretty solid round. I know you wasn't really feeling the music, but I wanted to challenge you all and give you all music that was different that you don't normally hear in popping battles. Um, so I promise the next round I will give y'all more traditional popping tracks. Um, but yeah, um, nice round, man. That was solid. All right, Nebula. Let's check you out, bro. Ooh. Caden's in the chat room. What's up, bro? Hey. Nebula is so crazy. With the angles. Woo. Yo. Yo. Nice. Woo. All right. Let's watch that one more time just in case I missed something. I think one of the dope things about Nebula is he always has this like nice little groove, even while he's waving. Hmm. Okay, let me watch Creature one more time. Creature getting those bass line. Jeez. All right, y'all. So this was a really, really close battle. I like some aspects on both dancers, and then some aspects I think both dancers could evolve from. Creature, I really love how you were grooving, and then some of your musicalities was like crazy. Like you were hitting the bass line with your legs. Um, you had great use of level changes, and you were really utilizing that 3D space. That 3D 360 space. Sorry, 360 space. Uh, Nebula, I really love your waves and your grooves and your musicality. You really look like the music, you know? And I think that just the flavor that you bring is just amazing, you know, and it worked really well with the song. I think areas where both dancers could work on. Creature, I know you wasn't feeling the song, and it showed like you know, because you were looking down the entire time, or at least a lot of the time, and in your face you're like, like the round seems like it was forced. Yeah, it seemed like it was forced. And towards the end, like in the beginning, you had a lot of connection to the music, but in the end, it was like you were just hitting the simple one boom clap, and then you lost connection to the music. Ben, I mean Nebula, you oh, it's my refrigerator. um, Ben, you were had a really dope round, but I felt like you could have used more of your 360 space, uh, as well as using more level changes, as well as like pausing here and there to give us like a segment of like really strong hits, because this song is like it calls for a really hard hit, and you chose to like stay wavy with it, which that's your strong point. So both dances was really close, man. Honestly, I would give this a tie, but because I know that we have time constraints and stuff like that, I have to pick somebody. And if I were to pick somebody, I would have to give it to Creature, but only by like a couple of inches, and that's mostly because Creature looked like he was more patient with the song, where Nebula, he was like going nonstop. There wasn't really any pauses in your dance. It was just like continuous. And sometimes you need to just like stop to give the viewer like a break, like some time, some breathing room, some time to just take in what they just saw. Like, oh snap, that was crazy. What did I just see? And a lot of times when you do a whole bunch of stuff, then it's like all that stuff, it loses importance. It's like the putting paint on a wall. If you put red paint on a red wall, it's just gonna look like a red wall. But if you put red paint on a white wall, it looks like a white wall with red paint on it. The red paint is much more noticeable. So what I'm saying is, if you're always moving and you're always doing these continuous waves and stuff like that, then the impressive stuff that you were doing just looks like everything else that you were doing. So it looks like it's like that. Those impressive stuff aren't as impressive because everything you were doing was like kind of the samey type things, if that makes sense. So I would say work on figuring out where you can place your pauses and simplifying your movements a little bit so that we can understand what you're doing. Or what I would say, it would be a lot clearer to see what you're doing. It's the analogy of the paint on the wall. Choose when to throw your red paint on the wall. When your impressive stuff, like control the crowd, is what I'm basically saying. You ever wonder why a crowd like cheers for you when you dance? It's not because you're doing something amazing. I mean, it is, but a lot of times it's when you're changing up your contrast or your texture. I could go from boom, boom, to ooh, slow down, slow down, and then boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going from texture to texture, contrast to contrast, and those texture changes will allow you to make your paint splatters more noticeable. And every now and then you can just pause and look, right? Those pauses, even though they look like you're not doing anything, they make the red paint more important than what it is, right? Because as soon as you start moving, then it's like yo, that was tight, you know. So hopefully that makes sense. And Creature, I felt like he had more of those pauses, and it looked like he was way more controlled into what he was doing, and it was clear. He had like a clearer vision, even though towards the end he lost connection to the music, just mostly because I felt like he wasn't feeling it. But yeah, congratulations, Creature. You did great. Nebula, you also did great. You both made it really, really hard for me to judge this one. So nice job, Phyllis. So Creature moves on to the next round. Next we have Cyborg versus Phoenix. So let's open up Phoenix. Let's open up Cyborg. Phoenix. Where art thou? Where art thou round? Is this it? This was 1 week ago. I don't think this is it. Dang, Phoenix. I don't think she posted hers. So unfortunately, the deadline is 11 today. And since she didn't post it, I think this is like the second time we postponed it. It was supposed to be Wednesday, and then I moved it to Thursday. But then I moved it to Friday just to make sure everybody had time. So I won't be able to push it back again. So unfortunately, you are disqualified. But let's go ahead and just watch Cyborg's round anyways. Let's see here. Jeez. Crazy, bro. Texture change. I did notice something. Where did it go? No, here it is. Okay. So it's right when it went from here down to your legs, you forgot your belly and your hip. So try not to lose the wave in transition from point A to point B, if that makes sense. So try not to skip body parts when you're waving. I do that too, so it's something that I'm trying to work on. Crazy. Crazy angle. So, bro, when you're doing this right here, try to just like put your head back instead of, I know we get like, we want to look at where we're going, but trust yourself enough to just put your head back and feel where you're going, you know? I think that would make it aesthetically better looking in transition. So that body wave, try to start from the leg and have it go all the way up your body into your arms. But I like how you completed it into some ticks with the robotic walk. Nice. Crazy. Also notice another thing. So when you get into this toy man, try to be absolutely sure about what you're gonna do, you know. If you're gonna do it, go for it, you know. Don't second guess your movement, because right here, See, you kind of got lost there for a bit, and I think you were trying to, like, you were thinking about doing something, and then you're like, oh crap, what am I supposed to do? And then you're like, oh yeah, Toyman. I like how you made Toyman into a wave though. That was tight. So another thing that I would say, your feet here, if you're going to do something with the feet, I think you should continue doing something with the feet. Because this upper body stuff you are already doing in the beginning, you know. That was tight though, with the mouth. It was a solid round though, bro. Solid round. All that, everything that I was just told you was extremely nitpicky, and I just tell you this just to offer you a critique if you want to. But congratulations, bro. You are on to the next round. It's a bummer, Phoenix. I was really looking forward to seeing your round. All right, so we have Creature making it to the next round. We have Cyborg making it to the next round. Next, we have Pop and Flow versus Circus. Let's go, Pop and Flow. What you got, Pop and Flow? Yo. No. I want to watch that again. Yes. Jeez. He's just having fun with it. He's just having fun with it. Ooh. Nice one. All right, that was dope. Circus, here we go. Help it, brother. Nice. Nice. Ooh, nice. Woo. All right, now I really have to nitpick because those rounds are both really fire. Oh. Okay, just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody's comments. Okay, now I'm really nitpicking. Dude, Pop and Flow just makes it look easy. Foundation is so strong. Jeez. Mm-hmm. That was a solid round, man. I don't even know. I'm trying to find something. I don't even know. Okay. Circus. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna have to go with Pop and Flow with this one because his movements are so much more varied and like, dude, he's just doing some crazy stuff, and the whole entire time, he's making it look really easy. Like, there's a lot of confidence in his movements. He's got tons of texture changes. He's utilizing his 360 space. He's hitting hard and more consistently than Circus's. Bigger angles. Circus, if I can critique your specifically your puppeting. So Ian taught me the difference between puppet style and puppetry. Puppetry is the act of becoming the puppet itself, right? So it's the idea of the dangle, you know. It's the idea of you are on strings and you are becoming that character, right? Puppet style is dancing with the puppet, like the puppet doing EB style, or puppet doing boogaloo style, or it's puppet doing strutting, or puppet doing, you know. But I think puppet does work with animation as well, but I think that it works more with speed control and warping more than like stop frame animation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, yes, you can animate a puppet dangle, but it doesn't look as clear as a speed chain. Or you know what I'm saying? This doesn't look as clear. Like those stops in the dangle, I think doesn't look as clear. And to somebody that isn't that, like, they don't know what puppet is, they wouldn't understand what you're doing, you know. And I think by you applying animation to pupping, specifically the ticking and the dime stops to the dangle of the puppet, I think that doesn't communicate across clearly as using the dangle and utilizing your speed control with the dangle. if that makes sense. So if you watch it again, so first off, when you're placing hands, they're too stiff. If you're doing puppet, they have to have that dangle. Otherwise, it looks like you're posing toy soldier or armature versus a puppet. Does that make sense? So this right here was dope. But then when you moved it like here, I think it would have worked better if your hand was like here and you tug it and then it went like that versus both hands becoming like that, because this hand started being dangled for no reason. There needs to be some logic to why this hand is dangling versus the other hand, or being pulled on. And I also think you could use small dangles as well, not just big dangles, but utilizing smaller dangles. I think that would help a lot to communicate the puppetry in your popping style. Dope. So as you're moving, also you can utilize the head dangle wobble. I call it the head wobble as well. So that look going yeah, you could add that wobble, wobble, and then wobble your head back. Because think about it, your head, if you're a puppet, they're on strings, right? So if you're being moved, your head's gonna wobble. Look at any puppet footage. That's how I studied puppetry. I bought a puppet from Amazon and I just studied it moving around. And oftentimes, especially the marionettes that isn't attached to a sternum, their head would be on a string, right? So traditional puppets, marionettes, they don't really have a skeleton. They're all just held by a string through their limbs, So an arm wouldn't just be 4 arms that are attached. Or not 4 arms. They're 3 different limbs. They're detached, but they're held together by a string, and it looks like they are together because the string is being held up from the wrist and from the shoulder. And then there's a string inside that kind of holds it together, right? So that's why you get this ultra bendy part in the limb. But there's also that as well in the neck. If we're looking at real marionettes, I saw one where there was a skeleton one, and the lady, the puppeteer would pull the string, and the whole skeleton would fall apart, right? And it was the coolest thing because it gave me the idea, a realization that the puppets aren't as structured. I mean, structured as we think they are. I mean, they can be, right? So you have to ask yourself, is my, yo, what up, Full Metal? Is my torso held together by string, or is it one piece wood? If it's a one piece wood, then this would make more sense if your head was it doesn't move, right? It can look this way or it can look that way, but it can't look up and down, So I think another thing is creating rules for yourself too. Just saying, okay, I am a puppet that is held together by strings all throughout my body, so that I'm completely wobbly, right? That's kind of how my puppet works. But you can be a puppet that is the arm is solid, right? From the elbow to the hand doesn't really twist or anything. It could just be like this, right? This could be a puppet too. Right? Or if it's a more detailed marionette, it could be like this. So yeah, it just depends on the material of your puppet. But I think stop motion doesn't really work well with puppeting because it loses the clarity and the communication of the character itself. So I would recommend using speed control, going from fast or slow, or slow or fast, or medium speed to ultra fast, or ultra fast to ultra slow. You know, having those contrasts within the puppet and having that puppet character is still animation, right? But it's clearer as to the character that you're doing because the abrupt stops just take away from the character, and it's like no longer clear that it's a puppet. Yeah, still a solid round though, man. Real solid round. Nice. Good job, man. Good job, Pop and Flow. You make it to the next round. Man, y'all are really making this hard for me, man. Hard. Oh, okay. Next we have Merc and Amin. Merc, where you at? There you are. Amin, let's check you out, bro. Here we go. Woo! Going in with the hard hits. Nice, man. All right, let's check out Mercs. Ah, that was a dope intro. Mm. Woo! Woo! That was crazy. Yo. 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 All right. All right. So I'm gonna have to give that to Merc, and here's the reason why. I mean, just started off really, really strong with the hard hits. Um, and then the ways. So remember what we talked about with the anatomy of a freestyle. You want your round to build on top of each other, right? And with the beginning, middle, and end. Um, Yeah, and I think that what you did, I mean, was you started in the middle, right? And then the round went down to the begin, down to the intro, and then went to the conclusion, and then but right before it went to the conclusion, and flatlining went down even more, right? So your round was more like this, and Merck's was like all the way up. He had a whole storyline going on, and then some crazy like arm movements and hard hits. Like it was bananas. Um, so you did the hard hits, right? And then slow down. So that's where this is where you should have started. And then throw in your hard hits right here. The way that you ended was really, really weak, bro. Not saying you're weak, but like it should have ended on a really, really strong note. But instead, you kind of just grooved off and it flatlined, you know? So I think that, yeah, work on that anatomy to build using the intro, you know? So let's take a look at Marcus as an example. He was looking at his like tonometer thing. It matches the whole music. He's like, I don't know. And then, you know, he's just building. He's not even doing anything. He's just building. A little bit of waves here. Crazy threading. This is nuts right here. Boom, boom, boom. Into the hits. Crazy leg movements. And then he ended off big, you know. I think Merck, one recommendation that I would give you, bro, um, whenever you wave, try to wave more horizontally so that your arm is like perpendicular to the camera. Because if it's like this, the wave is harder to see, especially when you're in motion. So when your arm is like this, it's easier to see when you're in motion because see where that round was that part was at. Right there, right there. You see that? When the wave went up, um, the elbow looked like it wasn't moving, and I think that's because your arm was like kind of at an angle to the camera, so the camera missed that altogether. Also, would recommend wearing looser pants because those rolls that you were doing towards the end would look a lot smoother uh, with some loose, like loose pants. All this is crazy though. That's bananas. Put in the grooves. Yeah, this stuff right here would look way more smoother if you had looser pants. But yeah, man, nice round. Amin, nice round as well. Um, Merck, congratulations, you make it to the next round. Okay. Let's see here. We got BK versus Voodoo Pop. BK, Voodoo Pop. BK, let's see how you do, bro. Ooh. Ooh. Crazy. I like how this dog is just chilling here. Crazy animation. That was bananas. Love the facial expressions, the commitment.
Это все ведь
Nice. All right, Lance. Let's see how you doing. Oh shoot, Lance got some pants today. Bro, you should consider like changing your name to Poppin' Broly because you are buff. Woo! The dance. Woo. Woo. All right. Now I gotta be hyper because those both rounds were really dope, man. Dang. Why y'all making it difficult for me, man? All right, let's watch this one more time.
это все ведет на темную сторону силы.
Woo. Woo. Okay, that was one spin. Woo. Woo. That was two spin.
Это все ведет на темную сторону силы.
Okay, and then Poppin' Voodoo one more time. Woo. Woo. That grew though. Ah. So freaking close, man. So freaking close. All right. I'm gonna have to give it to popping Voodoo, man. Because BK, you're amazing, dude. Don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of times when you're repeating stuff, like the toe spin, and then you do this body wave going up a whole bunch too. I like the groove though. There it is again. There's the body wave again. And then every time you do the robot, you go forward.
Это
Like
все
that.
ведет на темную сторону силы.
Yeah, see? And Voodoo, he doesn't really repeat too much. He had a nice progression, starting off slow. Yeah, he had that like robot spin as well, but it's definitely a clear progression. And I felt like I enjoyed watching his more, just a little bit more than yours, because one, the musicality was crazy. Two, his facial expressions were crazy as well. And then another thing that really added on to it was, yes, his hits were really hard, and the commitment to this character too. But right here, this groove that he did just completely matched. And look at him like really throwing himself in there and feeling it, you know? And then ending it with some really hard hits. And a beat kill as well. So he basically did what you did, BK, but it made it more with more feeling, and more dance, if that makes sense. Oh, somebody said something. I appreciate the feedback. It's Merc. Hey, what up, Merc? You're welcome, bro. So BK, your stops and your takes and your tricks and all that stuff, amazing stuff, bro. But I think now it's time to dig deeper and see how you can vary your stuff, you know, like make it different. If you're going to do that toe spin twice in a row, the second time you do it, you need to make it look different, you know, than the first time. And then that body roll that you do, if you're gonna do that body roll, try to at least change up the timing of the body roll, or like add more variations to the body roll, or make that body roll take longer to get from your hips to your chest to your head, you know. So, or instead of going up, what would it look like going to the side, right? Or rolling, instead of just vertically up, roll diagonally, you know, diagonally. Or make shapes, you know. I like dancing in terms of shapes too. Like, for example, if I draw a circle, right, I'm basically just doing this motion. But if I do that same motion and decided to draw a square instead, it looks totally different, you know. Or if I decided to draw a square again but have different stops in it, it looks different, you know. If I draw a circle and then stop into a square, that makes it look more detailed. If I draw little squares, those are also little more details, you know. So it's like the same, I'm doing the same thing with my arm, but different variations of it, you know. And so I think that's where you need to work on, is like finding out where you can add more variation to the moves and the tricks and the stuff that you're already doing, you know. So, congrats, you two. BK, you made it really hard for me. Lance, congrats, you make it to the next round. Camden and Big Papa. Oh, snap. Oh, snap, son. I'm a little nervous because I don't even know if I'm qualified to judge this round, man. This is like final. Okay. Camden, you go first. Here we go. Come on, music. Here we go.
He who had the most is he who won the match. Strike one, me and Nate Dogg is a match. Strike two, leave them standing still in the track. Strike three, you pose 2, 1, 3. It's the L in the beat that makes me act like a G. My exhibition started in 92. Nobody listed in the woman in me.
Screws, man.
Nobody does it better than me. Can come close to that close.
That was a nice little pause.
Original, they never will be.
Ooh, that fixed point on the shoulder. All right, Camden, that was tight. Big Papa UFO. Dang, with the cane. The dope texture change. Woo. Dang, with the hard hits. Yo. Dang, man. Dang, man.
He who has the most is he who won the match. Strike one, me and Nate Dogg is a match. Strike two, leave them standing still in the track. Strike three,
dang, man.
It's the L in the beat that makes me act like a G.
Dang, man. Ah.
Original, they never will be. We bump it from coast to coast. We just trying to make it.
Jeez. This is a spicy round. He's wearing the Sriracha shirt. Jeez. All right, y'all. All right, one more time. Love the character though. Dang. He's got a prop. Okay. That was 2 incredible rounds and 2 incredible dancers. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I need to make a mental checklist to see who did what. Did both dancers pop? Yes. Did both dancers represent their style? Yes. Who's got the most creativity? I mean, both of their styles were really, really unique. Who's got that originality? Both of them are really original. Dang. So this has to boil down to like technique. In terms of technique, who did their technique better? I think one thing that Cannon did that I really liked was he was hitting, he was animating, he was isolating, and he was grooving. But then Big Papa UFO had the character, he had the style, he had the prop. Dang. I think if I were to have to pick somebody, I would have to pick Camden. Yeah, I would have to pick Camden. And here's why. When Cannon danced, man, there's like a level of difficulty in what he does. The level changes that he does is the crazy unorthodox isolations, like right here with the head and shoulder, right about. That groove was nuts. The feet were nuts. Right here, man. That was crazy how he like isolated the shoulder and the head and then went right into the hips. And he really uses his whole body to dance too. That's another thing. So like Big Papa UFO, I really love your character and your animation. You know, I love the animate. I love to animate. But I think where Cannon got you was he was using his entire body in his dancing. He was twisting. He was doing some like crazy unorthodox stuff. And what you have here is really, really good animation. It's like you went 100% animation on him, you know. But it's like in comparison to what he was doing, he was more dancey and groovy. And I think, and this is something that I'm working on too, is you have to find a way, especially within popping battles, you know, to pop and animate together, right? Because depending on the judges, especially if a judge doesn't really know animation style like that, they're not really going to pick up what you're doing, you know, in terms of like the foundations and the styles. You're even doing some like Oakland Boogaloo, old school robot stuff too, some Fillmore, which is really, really dope. But I think like you lacked level changes, and I wish there was more three-dimensional space, and that you utilize that prop a little bit more than just swinging it. Yeah, man. Maybe you could have used the cane to be your trace wave thing, or if you're gonna do some Fillmore stuff or some Oakland Boogaloo stuff. I know like back in the day they would use the cane to actually dance with. And so when they do that step, they would draw like shapes with the cane as they were dancing. I think that's some of the stuff that you could have done. And I wish that you would have kept more of the old man, like when when this pose right here, what was so dope. But as soon as it started, you kind of left that pose like that pose and went into your normal robot stuff. And I think it would have been so dope if you just stayed in that character for longer, for longer of the round. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, see what else too. Again, this is like a really, really, really strong round, man. See that right there? I wish you would. It would have been really cool if you used that as like a golf club, right? And like swung a ball or something, and the ball hit your leg, and your leg swung back, and then that causes you to turn or something, right? And then you stumble, but then you go back into that old man character and become that old man again. So like another thing that was missing in this one is like storytelling. Like you started off as the old man, which was really, really dope. But then when you got up, you were just doing like dancing stuff. So the element of storytelling is a really important thing in animation as well. And I think that you're missing that here. So next time, dance with intention, like dance with kind of like a rough storyline in your mind with your animation. And try to have that storyline be the vehicle of your round and just have that carry you out the entire time. But man, it was a really, really hard battle to judge. So great job for making it this far, man. You represented hard, bro. Camden, congratulations. You make it to the next round. Okay. Big skip. Full metal. Let's go. Let's go, Skip. Nice, man. Okay, Full Metal. Let's check yours out. Going for the animation route. Nice. Woo. Yo, let's go. One more time. Musicality is crazy.
No puedo controlarme hasta la noche, 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 noche. No puedo controlarme. No puedo controlarme.
Okay, one last round. Technique though. I like how you're like staring at the camera the entire time. Jeez. Woo. Musicality is crazy in this one too. Alright, I made my judgment. I'm gonna have to give it to Full Metal because his technique is like on another level, you know. And Big Skip, I think that even though your musicality is really strong, I think that your connection to the music when it comes to like your face and like your body movement. So you know, like when you are really feeling a song and it's comfortable in the style that you dance to, it's almost like you become the music, right? You're like the embodiment of the music. In this round, I don't feel like you were able to do that. I think it looks like you have your eyes closed on here too. So it's like also angles could be much better. Yeah, man, it just looks like there's a lot of room for improvement for you in popping. I think that given it, you know, one more year of training in popping, and I think that you would be really a force to be reckoned with. Because you're the thing that you have already is like your hit is really strong, you know. But there's a lack of foundation and a lack of structure in your dance. I think that we can see that in this round too, because you're doing it's like you're doing stuff, but there's no substance in what you're doing, you know. It's like you hit and then you pose and then you hit and then you pose and then you hit and then pose. Whereas Full Metal, he has a whole storyline. Well, not a storyline, but he has like a whole like intro, middle, and conclusion. He has his eyes open, staring at the camera, completely confident, 100% in character. And his musicality is also at a high level, just like yours is too. So he's got the technique, he's got the character. We call it the steez, but like he's got the character and like the vibe of the music, you know. His angles are much cleaner. His hits are much sharper. I wouldn't say it's harder, it's just sharper. And that matches more of the music than what you did, Skip. So yeah, Congratulations, Full Metal. You make it to the next round. Great job, Skip. I mean, top 16 out of like 40 something people. That's pretty darn good, man. For like an international battle. That's really, really good. So congratulations, man, that you made it this far. Yeah. All right. So congratulations, Full Metal. You make it to the next round. For our last battle of the night, we have Ozone versus Marcelo. Both really amazing dancers. Let's go. So hold on, let me restart that. What up, JC? Woo! Whoa. Ah. Yo, that was crazy. I missed the beginning, so I'm gonna watch it again. Yo, that texture. Waves are bananas. Yo, crazy. Jeez. Jeez. Alright, let's see here. No, that's not it. No. Dude, where is it at? No. Is it? This is it. Here we go. Yes. Yo. Marcelo looks like he's just a kid in a play store. He's just playing. Yo. Bruh. Okay, let me watch Ozone's again. Both really, really crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. So that wave there, when it passed through your chest, it looked like you missed the. It could just be the video quality, but you missed the shoulder, the shoulders. Yeah, that's me being really nitpicky. Oh, this is crazy. Hand thing is bananas. Jeez, okay. Another criticism is like, just because you do an animation doesn't mean your face has to be blinked, you know, like, because you're not doing robot, you know. I would understand if obviously robot is like this, right? But what if a robot's face was made where it smiles? I am a robot. I can't do anything else but smile. You know, it doesn't have to be a blank face. But everything else is just bananas. The texture, the waving, the microwaving. Speed changes. Marcelo, you just look like you were having the time of your life. Honestly, these two could have been in the finals, yo. In the finals. Dang, man. Golly. Texture. Oh, excuse me. It's like 12 a.m. right now, so I'm a little tired. So I think that I'm gonna have to give it to Ozone, because like the level of complexity in his techniques and the creativity that he has in his movement, as well as the originality that he has, like the whole head shoulder things crazy, and then this thing that he did at the end was bananas. And Marcelo, I think that you kept it really simple, but it was amazing. Like, it was really amazing, but I felt like you didn't take enough risks, like Ozone did. Ozone, yeah. So in terms of creativity, you both kind of are both equally creative. When it comes to technique, you both have really high level technique, but when it comes to originality, though, like Ozone's doing something that you don't really see any poppers do at all. At least the last popper that I can see that did something like that was Wave-O-Matic, you know, and he's no longer with us. Maybe he rests in peace. But yeah, like nobody else really does that anymore. So I think that sets him apart for sure, because yeah, Marcelo, I think your round was really, really amazing, man. But in terms of originality, I think that you could use a little bit more work in making your foundation and your grooves and your techniques and all of that more of your own, you know, because the angle, like the style and the angles that you're doing, like so many poppers are also doing that too, you know. So how do you set yourself apart from a world of poppers that do the same foundations, do the same walkouts, do the same waves, do the same everything, you know, Toyman poses. So a sense of originality, try to find that, you know. So with that being said, you still did an amazing job, and you're an amazing, amazing dancer, Marcelo. So Congratulations for making it this far. And Ozone, congratulations for making it to the next round. All right. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with me, being part of this journey. I will post top 8 and make that a post here after this live. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed watching that. And I'm excited to see what top 8 brings us. So thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Your boy Corey Roy out.